event this doesn't end well.
Here, I'll lean in it, Tad. Ready to go?
This is the story of how young Johnny DeBaker, Chapter 3, came together. Johnny DeBaker, so it's a series that we really enjoy doing. They're a good mix of a style that we like, humor that we like, emotional side that we like to do. So he wanted something that focused about wills. At some point we came up with the idea of doing it around a summer camp. Fall colors would be coming and we wanted it set in the summer, so it was game on to get this done.
This series has been a really fun challenge because we have to be consistent with the humor, with the voice, the music, the whole feel and vibe, the color palette. It's a challenge to have these creative parameters that we have built for these characters and we have to stay within.
Friday we put up a quick post on Facebook asking for a bunch of 90s type of memorabilia. Within minutes we had a pretty good list of stuff that we were going to be able to use. Monday we needed to finalize a script. The script goes to our voice actor. Tuesday is a big day. It was pretty much nonstop running around picking up the uniforms for the cast. Big shoot coming up tomorrow. We got a day of prep going on here. Big part here is the props and also the costumes that we work on. Wednesday morning, about 5 hours before we started shooting, we had a final storyboard. It was time to pack up, send out a car to round up the kids, and get out to the location. Craft service is the most important thing for our cast tomorrow.
So we had 6 hours to get this done. You have to take into consideration the sunlight changing, weather changing, actors getting tired. There's a lot of different camera setups, so sometimes you put a lot of pressure on yourself. It's a lot of creative problem solving. That's typically when we do our best work. Now it's a mix of setting up the shot. At the same time, you have to prep the kids because they don't have a lot of time to go over the lines. So we're feeding them lines right before we walk into the next scene.
You're finishing up what you already know. Yeah. Have you already gone over this yet?
Yeah.
Of course you have. You're a pro.
But the kids are pros. They're really good at dealing with us just throwing direction at them. While you're giving the lines, try and be really still. And just keep that position that you were doing the whole time. From the top, action. And I get home from the shoot, a little bit tired, but I have to start editing. I start sifting through all the takes, piecing it together, looking at the storyboard and the script, and start to frame the skeleton of what's going to be the final piece. The editing's almost done in my head. Now I just got to do the actual labor on the keyboard. We were ready to invite Johnny over to see a rough cut. Johnny was really happy with the results, so he was ready to send off to Jordan Weiberg to get mixed and mastered.
Your job seems funner than mine.
Now Jordan from Okanagan Mixing Studio is unbelievably talented, and he really knows how to bring these pieces to life with the sound that he adds.
Have you ever had pain like that before? You're okay, bro.
So from Friday to Friday, we went from pre-production to production to ready to post online, in 7 days, 5 working days. Is that impressive? You tell us. I don't. Maybe it's a long time. I have no idea.
The location, Kakaveka Falls Bible Camp, was somewhere that from the 80s to 90s, most Popwich has spent a few weeks out at. My mom, Shirley Popwich, ran it for a bunch of years. So it was something that, meant a ton to our family. And being out there in that location again, just taking it all in and remembering the families that we used to spend time with and all the activities we used to do out there. And now I'm working there as part of our career was pretty incredible.
Now, projects like these, working with these kids, reminds me a lot of growing up, running around the neighborhood with a camera, gathering all the neighborhood kids and convincing my brothers to be in these silly movies I would write. It's really not all that different than what we're doing today, except now I have a beard and my own kids at home.
That's the story of Johnny DeBaker number 3. Maybe in a perfect situation you would have longer than a week to make this project, but we've realized this is kind of sometimes the way we work best, with a deadline when things are all up in the air and we can kind of make it happen, and it's exciting for us too. We're thankful for a client like Johnny DeBaker, who's willing to take some steps outside of the norm creatively to be part of the process, but to really put a lot of trust in us. And he's willing to put money towards video marketing, which is important to us.